Hello, everybody. We are back with a new game this evening, Disco Elysium. Should be a good time. This one I have played through once before, only once. Not when it first came out, but when the final cut first came out. I ended up getting that on the it was PS4, I think is what I ended up getting it on, and playing through it that way. Now we're playing it on PC for a replay. I am planning on doing a different sort of character than before. Last time I think I fell in kind of similar to what a lot of other people do, kind of the a lot of Inland Empire, so kind of like the David Lynch Sorry Cop is probably how a lot of people ended up playing, kind of wanting to try to do good. Yay, looking forward to this one. Yeah, me too. How's it going, Dog Nozzle? Welcome. So this time I'm thinking we're gonna do drug and booze addicted superstar cop. I think that is what we're gonna try to go for overall. We might end up throwing points into other stuff because, you know, it does kind of tend to go that way. When you play this game, you're like, well, I want to pass this check even though it's not related to what my character probably would do. Now let me see if I can get this going. I have no idea if this Twitch integration is going to work. I tried, well, I didn't really test it, but I tried entering this stuff before and it like doesn't, it doesn't seem to like stay in the menu. Okay, connect. Okay, connection established. All right, I guess we'll see if that actually does anything. Alrighty. All right, so yes, Disco Elysium, very heavily story-based RPG. More story and dialogue trees than combat. There's not really any combat. You know, one or two fight situations here and there, but definitely not what you would think of from most video games. Very good though. Love it. Okay, so actually, before I get into that, I did have kind of a guide, not a guide for the game, but a guide for the kind of character I wanted to start. So let me pull that up and see how that looks as we create our character here. Where are we? Yeah, superstar. Yeah, that's what we want to play as. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna create our own, but you can select different archetypes if you just want to launch right into the game. When I played this, I went into it with the idea that I would play as a dumb meathead cop with no sympathy for anybody. Totally a stickler for the rules, but I didn't realize how the game starts you out as just a total disoriented mess. Oh yeah, I think we, you know, hearing about it, we all had dreams of what we wanted to do. And even, but like, in like some cases, some of the options are pretty awful. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play a total scumbag. And then you talk to like Measurehead and it's like, oh, if I was playing as a scumbag, I guess I would turn into like a fascist, racist piece of shit. I don't want to do that. Yeah, role-playing kind of gets scrapped pretty quick. it was easy when I did my first playthrough as the David Lynch Sorry Cop, because of course, you know, Inland Empire, a lot of fun, and then Sorry Cop was probably more of like me if I was in that situation, like, oh my god, I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. I don't mean to be a failure, a drunken failure. All right, let's create our own character. So okay, according to this, we have like weak intellect, weak psyche, good physique, and good motorics. Wow, this is already very opposite of my first playthrough. Because, you know, the kind of like CRPGs I love, like you want to put all the points into like intellect and stuff to get like all the good dialogue options, you know, like this or Planescape Torment and Fallout 1, Fallout 2. Wow, okay. So we're gonna have a weak intellect, a weak psyche. Oh boy. I'm a little nervous about that, considering all of the well, I guess with the psyche, probably moral damage that we can take, but physical damage we can take a little more. But yeah, it's very opposite of first playthrough for me. All right, you know, we're just gonna do it, and it's not like we won't have a chance to raise other things up anyways. You really don't lock yourself out of much. A little bit, but there's things you can find, things you can do. All right, I think we'll just try it. And then skills, number one skill would be, where is it? Where are you? Electrochemistry. Signature stat. That is going to be very fun. I loved when electrochemistry would occasionally pop up during my other run, trying to get me to drink or do drugs, and I would always say no. But on this playthrough, we're gonna say yes. Playing with weak psyche is tough. That's how I tried to go, but I kept dying due to running out of whatever the mental hit points are called in this game. Yeah. We'll give it a shot. I think I'll be okay, because I should generally remember a lot of the morale damage areas. Plus, you actually do get some good things from drugs and alcohol at the point of intellect, I believe, and we apparently aren't going to care much about our intellect. Okay, signature is that. Okay, so yeah, we'll just run through our signature skill. Will be electrochemistry, go to party planet, love and be loved by drugs. And let me okay. So the other suggested skills that we'll be putting points into will be, let's just take a look here. Where are you? Oh, why? Oh, there it is. Suggestion. Charm men and women, play the puppet master. Savoir faire, sneak under their noses, stun with immense panache, and reaction speed, the quickest to react, an untouchable man. And I think I for like bonus things, Perhaps stuff like physical instruments, so we have a little more muscles to be a superstar with. Not quite. Yeah, electrochemistry fun should be run should be fun. Oh, definitely. But yeah, maybe some physical instrument later. Maybe a little hand-eye coordination, ready, aim, fire. Interfacing could be cool. Master machines, pick locks and pockets. Little some bonus stuff. And of course, we might end up with a couple other things here and there. Yeah, we might. I don't know. It is tempting as it is to do Inland Empire again. Well, we can't really put many points into it, anyways. But you know, hey, maybe David Lynch will pop up now and then. Sometimes low level ones do. But yeah, our signature is electrochemistry. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Oh, let me minimize that, actually.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Oh, well, that sounds good.
Ever.
Oh.
Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
All right, let's keep on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Okay, all right. I'm already gonna have to think. What would a superstar say? All right, give me some more.
You got it, sweet brother.
Yeah.
Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
How about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Alonzi, let's go.
All right. Nothing town to fuck all borough.
Let's see. A return trip to the Silence, please. Let's visit the ancient Zero home. Look, there's, I am tired of being this type of animal, and who gives a shit? Let's visit the ancient Zero home.
Great choice, Elder One.
Yeah.
It has always been like this, and it always will.
Don't stop. Keep singing. Sing me the song of death.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meet around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Mother help me. There's a head attached to my neck, and I'm in it.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help! Someone! Cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
All right, let's open our eyes. All right, there we are. Okay, knowing what I know, I think we'll save right here, especially since we have some lower other stats. What do we have over here? This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. Oh. Oh, okay. All right. Empty cassette tape. We'll take that. What do we have over here? Green shoe for the left foot. All right. We found one shoe that we're missing. Looks like we're wearing the other. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Let's get our pants.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Let's fish them out.
It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
All right. Should is no guarantee, though. This seriously has to be one of the weirdest openings to a game of all time. It is, definitely. I do like how it's just, you know, after like the opening conversation, we're in the game. It's definitely like a lot of my favorite RPGs, CRPGs, definitely get off on the wrong foot. You know, like the infamous Temple of Trials in Fallout 2. Planescape Torment had the Mortuary, which I still feel is a little long, even if it does have more interesting things you can do in it. But this one, yeah, we're just right into it. After that opening dialogue.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
I mean, I guess the hotel room here is as much of like a tutorial as we're gonna get. All right, cold wind blows in. We have a 58% chance of assessing the damage. Let's look outside first.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
All right, let's give it a try.
What do you mean, assess the damage? How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
I don't know. All right, well, it looks like I do have the Twitch integration here, so maybe I just have to re-enter the secret code that I'm not allowed to share with anyone each time I start the game. But I suppose if we get we could definitely like later on do the poll if I get stuck on what kind of choice I want to make, or if we get a whole bunch of funny ones and I don't know which one I want to do. All right, well, we are too stupid to assess the damage to the window. Remembering though, I know that we did the damage. All right, yeah, we got our shoes, pants, jacket, we got a key out. And we have the tie. All right.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
All right, let's see if we can use savoir-faire to just grab the tie. 58% chance.
You reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse, radiating chest pain.
Did we get the death?
Doom comes over you.
Oh, we grab our chest.
This is bad. Feels like sharp stones grinding in your chest and keeping you from moving. For quite a long time. Still ongoing. Now is a good time to start worrying. Finally, the pressure recedes.
Oh, okay.
You find yourself covered in cold sweat and trying not to move, hoping it will keep you from dying. You know what you should do. You should stop the fan and then try again. It'll get easier.
Oh, that's a good suggestion, interfacing. I suppose if we had lower health, that's how we would just die right at the beginning. First time I played through, I got through that no problem. I did hear about people dying of the heart attack right at the beginning, though, which is pretty funny to me.
Do it if you want to die. The stabbing pain in your chest is telling you. You're hanging by a thread here.
All right, let's pull on the fan.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
All right, well, we have a 92% chance to pull the necktie down. First death narrowly dodged. You know, us being a superstar, or at least at this point, wannabe superstar, if we weren't so hungover, we would have been able to grab it from the moving fan, no problem. I'm just saying it.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Can we pull on the light bulb just for fun?
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact.
Bring it on.
Little black spots dance on your retinas. It's almost pleasurable.
All right. Well, all right. We have our horrific necktie, which is +1 Inland Empire anyways, so I guess we'll probably hear from Inland occasionally. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. All right. We got a shirt. You see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Oh, who would have done that?
Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing?
Really? All recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions. With all the synapses you've extinguished, it's a miracle you can even think this sentence. You've interrupted a true act of self-annulment here.
All right, let's wipe off the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Let's see. I don't care. I hurt myself. It's what I do.
Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
There we are. Of course I do. It's, is it some kind of superstar? I think I'm a superstar.
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I think it might be because I'm a superstar.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No, this is what superstars do. Let's keep making the face.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Well, superstardom.
You should check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here it looks like a cadaverous spasm.
I don't need to. I almost died trying to get that tie, but I heard my heartbeat.
Getting clever appears to make the expression even worse. Now it's mixed with smugness.
I haven't seen this. I've gone through the expression thing before, but not like this. Very, very cool. So encyclopedia, we have an 8% chance with dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression. But electrochemistry, impossible. 18. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Well, let's just do it for fun.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Let's see if we fail this one also, just for fun.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
All right, let's let the mirror be for now. Alrighty, I guess let's see about heading out of our hotel room here. Still holding our head in pain. Alrighty, we'll take a look around before we get to her. There's something on the table. Oh, did I set, I do have that to streamer mode, right? I do. Okay, so it should be replacing a lot of the songs, but I'm hearing the iconic one from the background. I do love the regular soundtrack though. British Sea Power, pretty good band. Maybe they don't mind some of like the instrumental versions. All right, let's head out here. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. All right, we found our other shoe. A gusty, briny wind washes over you.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
How do they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
All right. Very good. Let's head back in to the Whirling and Rags.
Hello, officer.
Hello. The calendar says it's March. The year is 51.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
She seems perplexed by your question. Wait, I know. I'm a businessman, chief executive officer, right?
The young woman shakes her head slowly.
Okay, chief technical officer?
No. You're a police officer, sir.
You're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
She takes another drag. All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Oh, well, we are a superstar. Oh boy. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. We'll come back to that. Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law?
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Oh, why don't I remember being a cop or anything else?
Could it be because of the drinking?
She raises an eyebrow. The cigarette sizzles.
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
All right. Well, suggestion, 8% chance of passing. Let's try the expression on her. I'll let her know we want her physically. We are a superstar after all.
The words have already left your mouth.
I want to have fuck with you.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on, say it again.
No, I said I wanted to have sex with you.
No, you see, that's not what you said. You said...
But she's unable to finish, consumed with laughter.
Come on, man. Pretty, please. One more time.
I said I wanted to have fuck with you.
Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you?
Superstar cop. It's been established.
Okay, that's cool. Or if I can just maybe ask you to elaborate on that superstardom a tiny bit.
I sincerely think I'm a superstar. It's a theory I'm developing.
I have certainly been entertained. Thank you. Whatever you are, you should stick to it. Otherwise...
She extinguishes her cigarette.
It's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me.
Yeah.
And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
All right. I think that's a classic moment that probably 98% of the people who played this got the I want to make fuck with you. Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
The what now?
The living shit. Your mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince words. It once smokes.
Am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
But she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack.
Yeah.
Strike that.
Oh.
A carton.
Hell yeah.
Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
I should enthusiastically do that.
Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man. A mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils.
Hell yeah.
Plus, Smoking them gives massive bonuses.
All right, we have a new side quest. Find smokes and smoke them. Let's see. I was too scared to attempt low probability choices, so definitely seeing new stuff here. Oh yeah, that's the thing. I know a lot of people were kind of like that, and I was at first, but then I learned that failing can often be very fun, and can often, or maybe not often, but actually sometimes still progress you in a different way than you would think. Red checks, like the one that led us to say we want to make fuck with Klasha, we can't do again, but the other checks you can do as many times as you want, as long as you raise stats up. But yeah, it's as far as I know, like it doesn't like you don't really get blocked from finishing the game, I don't think. Alrighty, let's head over here to Clash's door.
The door is closed.
Let's just try the handle.
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. As you hold the metal, you sense the warmth left there by her hand.
Let's knock.
There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Let's just swallow the emotion like a superstar.
The door is closed.
All right, we'll leave. We'll leave. We can't get in there yet anyways. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. All right, let's head on downstairs. All right, let's have a little look-see. Summer door closed for the winter. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic, just waiting for someone to sing into it. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
Yeah, oh, my soul is immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people. Whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
This goes well with a theory I'm developing that I'm a down on my luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely.
It does.
You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
I was thinking maybe I should sing something happy, get the crowd going?
No. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed.
All right. Well, we'll have to see about singing some karaoke later on.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter. inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
Yep, we got Gart, the cafeteria manager. Let's have a look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. A small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua, Steaquarius Skua."
Hey, the Great Skua, right?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Hey, listen here. Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Well, what's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Oh, well, where did the Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
All right, well, I guess we're exhausted of options there. We'll be back later. What do we have here? Nosafed, +1 health. We'll go ahead and swipe that. The menu has been wiped clean, only the word Monday is written on it. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. Oh. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. The door is bolted. A sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. Okay, let's have a little look over here. Inside, you catch a glimpse of Union paraphernalia, a strike poster, some red pennants. A sign reads, "Mess hall reserved for Union members, doors open 1600 hours." What is this little thing over here? The Royal Pinball Machine is unplugged. All right, well, let's just talk to Kim.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone.
Us?
You.
Oh.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting.
Okay, so one thing I'm probably going to have to force myself to get used to with this run, especially with electrochemistry, is disappointing Kim. It was very, very hard on my first playthrough to do anything that would disappoint Kim, because Kim is a very, very solid dude in this game. Kim is a great companion character, but we are going to probably end up disappointing him quite a bit. He probably won't be very happy when we probably snort some drugs in the middle of a conversation with someone. But alas, we're going to have to.
On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
All right, let's shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Yeah, that's only 42%. Let me check something here. I don't really know my name.
Okay then.
He processes the information, then disregards it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him? Nod toward the cafeteria manager. Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Let's see. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. One of my favorite parts from my aborted playthrough was when I found out that Kim smokes a single cigarette each evening. As a former smoker, I know how much discipline that would take. It's pretty impressive and a great little bit of characterization. Yeah, that is a very good a thing about him. I really like that too. Yes, the police. I'm aware. I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
Yeah, I have. Yes.
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after
Oh.
we take a look at the coroner's case.
Okay, good.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Look, man. You know. Yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
I don't like dead bodies.
Sure. But did you take it down from the tree?
Dead body?
Mm-hmm.
Completely.
Completely. Does that mean you took the body down from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
Yeah.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Let's see. How can you be so sure I'm from the police?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
He points to your jacket. Oh, we do?
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate General?
Internal Affairs. And I'm not them. I'm from Criminal Investigation.
You said insignia. Is it, these white rectangles you mean?
Yes,
But they're just white rectangles.
they're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
But shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
Well, I guess a superstar would never admit that we don't have our badge. We'll pretend we found it. Aha! I have my badge. I'm a policeman, and I have my badge.
Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand.
But I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is pulsating with discomfort. The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine.
Hell yeah.
They won't have that. So cigarettes will have to do.
All right. When we head to the store, we gotta buy some smokes. Remember, we do have that side quest. Wait, Kim, what were we supposed to do again?
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What if I told you I'm not really a police officer?
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. But first, we have to take it down.
All right, let's roll.
After you, officer.
All right, let's interview Gart. I'm sure he'll be very happy to see us again. I should do a just a save. When I played this the first time on the PS4, when the Final Cut first came out, I do remember it crashing a few times on that. I don't know how it'll be on a PC here, but I should remember to do my usual save scumming, at least a little bit.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. Wait,
The Harbinger of Ruin.
What?
Okay. Wait, there's more.
The gloaming. I am it.
I have no idea what that means.
The human experiment will soon be over, cafeteria manager. It doesn't matter if you understand.
What is this, a joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now? This guy? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
He takes a step back.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Oh, so, yeah, fantastic. I don't remember that from my first playthrough. I don't think I had that option on my first playthrough. So that's fun. We got a little dark and apocalyptic there.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
Who? Me?
Mm-hmm. I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean do I have questions?
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
The cafeteria manager is clearly agitated again. Okay, let's just go right into it. Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard, the prey drive says.
Did you kill him, Gart?
No, I didn't.
You can tell me, Gart. You killed him, right?
I didn't. I don't appreciate this. What is this?
Why did you have to kill him?
Do I have to answer him? Is this mandatory?
The lieutenant stands motionless, his expression unreadable.
Did he hurt you? Is that why? Did you get some kind of sick kick out of killing him?
What are you, an idiot? I told you I haven't killed anyone.
Anyone? Have you killed someone else then?
He ignores you.
Which one is Half-Light? Half-Light is... Where is Half-Light? I don't remember what Half-Light specifically does. Where are you? There you are. Let the body take control, threaten people. Okay, so it's our intimidation, I guess. Perhaps we should eventually maybe put a couple points in there if we're going to be a superstar. Might be a good idea to be able to intimidate people. All right. Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
Let's see. And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
All right, Gart. Why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
This is the second time you've avoided the subject.
Oh my god, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
Yeah, and we did have a Cop of the Apocalypse option up there, but we are going for Superstar Cop, not Cop of the Apocalypse this run. Even though we did do that kind of apocalyptic thing earlier, I couldn't help myself. All right, Gart, that's all.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Oh, I've never tried this option before. Going into what the real is also funny, but let's try. Let's see if we can slip away unnoticed. Oh, we did. We just ran out.
As you blow this joint, behind you, a whiny voice shouts.
I've never seen that. Oh, that's great. We just booked it. Unnoticed, huh? That's how we slip away unnoticed.
Real mature, man. Real mature.
Hey, Kim, all right, maybe we can, continue that Real conversation.
Real mature, man. What exactly were you trying to accomplish? You understand you still owe me money, right?
Damn, your feet thought we got away.
Well, don't I get something for effort?
You know what? The stupid drinks you've had are on the house. You know why? Because I know you can't pay for them. Not because you ran away. Now, I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window. That's 100 square.
So we're cool?
Not entirely cool. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there.
He points upstairs toward your room.
Now, what the hell did you want? I assume you wanted something to come back here.
Oh, by the way, Gart, I'm gonna sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Hell yeah. So, about that money I owe.
Yes, have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. For the room and broken window, 100 real. Like what?
All right, goodbye. Let's
By
see.
the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Let's see. I have no idea.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know, near? South, maybe?
You don't really know, do you?
I have only a vague blackened image.
A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Okay, well, we're not trying to go for hobo cop. I do like, I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop. All right, we'll go with, could I trace the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number on a building?
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
All right, and let's talk to her.
Hello, sweetie.
The elderly woman turns to you with a smile. This is Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
She slaps herself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Let's see. How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
Roll us some cigarettes. I'm jonesing for a smoke. I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
I know, but there are also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
Why? 3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time.
Let's see. Oh, Sweetie needs money. Do Sweeties get money?
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your
Give me money.
financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
You've got guns of steel and a chiseled jaw somewhere under the bloated alcohol layer. Maybe she'd like to sponsor you.
I don't think we'll pass the tug on our heartstrings. What is a paycheck? I haven't seen any paychecks.
You must be joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Everard, the union leader.
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
I was hoping you could be my sponsor.
Oh, I'm sure you would make a wonderful gigolo, dear, with those strong arms of yours, but welfare checks aren't all they cracked up to be. My husband and I are barely scraping by.
She's not really lusting after those biceps, man. It's more like an appraisal you give to a healthy specimen.
All right, let's tug on our heartstrings.
Your deportment remains dignified.
We passed.
As you shed a single manly tear.
Wow. Okay. It isn't easy for me to ask this of anyone, but I am at the end of my rope. Any money you have could help me.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn. Just to tide you over.
She unfastens a gold commemorative pin from her left jacket and pocket and drops it into your palm.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, San Baptiste, Summer 31, Dinghy Races. You could totally sell this pin for cash.
All right, let's see here. What is to pawn?
It's easy. You bring a valuable item to a pawnbroker, who then gives you money for it. You can get it back later for a slightly larger sum if it hasn't been sold, but you never end up doing that anyway.
All right, well, this will help me out, Lena. Thanks.
You're quite welcome, dear.
Let's see. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. Oh man, I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
Oh god, I don't really know. Some seedy hotel?
A seaside hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise. And the Whirling itself is in Revachol.
Okay.
Yes, and Revachol?
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Let's see. Let's just get wacky. Sure, it's the year 973.
You're joking. Try again, one more time. What
All
year
right.
is it?
It's the spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be
All right.
rewarded.
We got a prize.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Let's see. Some kind of democracy, maybe. I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilization cowers before us. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the feast market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners, and women. And cop, we are living under the cop regime. All right. I don't know if anybody viewing will be able to take part in this, but maybe I'll try this poll thing. I have no idea if anything will even pop up, and it's cool if it ends up being 0%. But we'll have everybody maybe try to pick options. I don't even know if this will work. So let me just click it. I think it's just like a short poll time. I don't even know like what would pop up. I've never been in a stream where that happens, and it's only like 10 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know if that worked. All right, cop, we're living under the cop regime.
Actually, we are not. You could say that about almost any other nation, but not Revachol. Try it one more time, officer. What mode of government?
Yeah, probably some kind of democracy, right?
Nope.
No?
Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
I didn't see anything come up, but I'm on my phone at the moment. Yeah, who knows? That's probably more fun, like when you have like a big following. I didn't watch it live, but I remember when Super Great Friend did his like Let's Play, which I ended up watching on like YouTube or whatever. He had kind of like the poll options going, but he's got like a lot of people in his streams. He even did like the helping out on stats thing. But no big deal. I don't know if there's even like something else I'd have to do with the integration. If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
All right. Well, who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
She turns to the lieutenant.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
All right, let's get going.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gives you a small wave. Alrighty, autosave, let's see here, okay, we don't have anything to level up quite yet. Just wanted to check that just in case. Doing a quick look at our quests. We need to find some smokes and smoke them. Sing karaoke. Report that our badge is missing. Inspect the victim's body. Find out who made the call reporting the crime. Pay for the damages at the hotel here. And our newest one, get a reality lowdown from someone who's rich or whatever. All right, let's head outside. Let's see about this dead body around back. What is this? Oh, we'll look at this since it's over here. A heap of snow melts in the wheelbarrow. Let's just head towards our task. And if anything happens to pop up. Oh, we'll do, this thing is kind of fun. We'll do that once we come around back through here.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Let's see, visual calculus is pretty low at 28%. Why am I looking at this?
Cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't case related, you think.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Let's see, I'll just type it in next time something like that comes up. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a try. I have no idea how. I should probably like try to do like a fake practice stream or whatever to see kind of like what it looks like. Well, I mean, I do have, or yeah, I guess I can look at this. I do have the stream manager up. Also, I guess I could see if anything weird pops up on OBS, since that's what is, being streamed also. I didn't think to look over there. I was looking at my other monitor with just the game on it. All right, let's see if we can reconstruct the movement with a 28% chance.
No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
All right, let's just head on out. Does not concern us one bit. Oh, and everybody's favorite character, Kuno. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. We got something right here.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
What kind of boots?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Lieutenant, workers' boot tracks.
Noted.
All right. Well, we'll maybe come back to that later. This kid's ladder is rickety, but still climbable. The ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. All right. Let's deal with this body here.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Let's look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
All right. In legendary check of endurance, 17% chance to let go of your nose without throwing up. I think we're gonna fail this one.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected, more fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Let's try to walk away. Uh-oh. Let it out. Let it out.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, Prolocar. Alright. Fucking corpse.
Keep it.
The lieutenant hands you a blue checkered handkerchief. Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Let's see. You think ammonia would help?
If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
Oh, but not you?
I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
Okay, where do we get ammonia from?
There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't...
He points to the greenhouse.
There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Alright, so we can't deal with the body yet until we can force ourselves to deal with the stench. Alright. Someone is trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. Alright, we got 20 cents and some magnesium to heal morale damage. Always good. First playthrough, no. This will actually be my second playthrough, but playing like a completely different kind of character. I did do my first playthrough when the final cut first came out, and I did that one as kind of like the like David Lynch Sorry Cop. So, you know, a lot of Inland Empire. A lot of whatever the thing were like the city talks, and then apologizing for how horrible we were. But this time we are going to be playing a superstar cop, or at least trying to, who likes to smoke, drink, and do drugs, and perhaps intimidate people, because why not?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Oh, what is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Let's see. All right, 58% chance. Why am I looking at this pile of the roofing material?
Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
LOL, nice superstar physical drug cop here. Yeah. Although we're not very superstar right now, just throwing up the body hanging from the tree. Let's pull the panels aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
All right. This is actually like the earliest I've ever been compared to the one previous time I've played through this, that I've, been able to get into this door. That's cool.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
All right, let's do. Let's see. Oh, hey, Nicola, how's it going? In full lurk mode with no sound because I'm in the office, but wanted to see what the game looked like. All right, well, enjoy the look. Let's see what we got here. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine.
Amphetamine?
Sweet amphetamine.
Oh, sweet amphetamine.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
Uh-oh. I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective?
No, I'm just a regular detective, thank you very much.
Someone has taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere?
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However...
He points to the ladder in the corner.
See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
This is where we're gonna have to disappoint Kim. Apparently not. I guess we didn't get the option to, take some amphetamines. Oh, but we'll swipe this 40 real. 0.40 real. The poster says, get out of the way or get fucked up. Damn right. Cured pig's head. It looks mummified. All right. Let's head on up here. Secret ladder. All right, out of the way, Kim. All right. See, this doorway is gonna collapse soon. Oh, no, wait, yeah, okay. Oh, wait, let's get this, can we get this box? There we go, and we got a little run going. All right, some Dosafed. We'll go ahead and take that.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
You son of a gun, it's a cop's cloak.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
He judges the drop.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
Let's see. Ooh, 17%, huh?
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Oh, all right. I guess we can be smart. We are why can't we also be a superstar about cranes? Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
He looks at the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind. What exactly are we doing up here?
What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbor. They are bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention.
Oh, was it?
Or it could be that we are just exploring.
So, do you really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump?
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it? Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meter stops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you.
All right. Well, we'll come back. There's a couple things for us to pick up here, and then we'll try the 17 or 19% chance. All right.
The tarpaulin cloak with possible RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
All right, 17% chance. Go for the cloak, jump over the ledge. Oh, we failed that. Oh. Oh, that's not very superstar of you.
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up here.
That's very different from what was written.
You could have died there. Shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
Hey, what happened?
He sounds genuinely worried. I'm all right, Kim. I just can't do it right now.
I understand. We can always come back when you are feeling better. It's just a cloak after all.
Yeah, all right. Let's go. Alrighty. I guess let's head back down. I don't think we're quite ready to break on into the Union area right now. Wait, no, head back down. Yeah, let's, can we go back into the door? All right. Oh, that's right, the roof. Because we took the ladder up. What is this? These barrels are half full of rainwater. Alrighty, let's head back out. Before we talk to Kuno, let's look at this. The letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
So we must have been up there before at some point, before the blackout, I guess. Yeah, there were some beer bottles littered about up there, so I think it's safe to assume that it was probably one of our probably many party spots around town. Let's see. Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Well, how do I get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or...
No, or pry bar.
We might want to ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one. And he also has information.
All right, let's leave. All right. We gotta stop at Kim's automobile anyways for some other stuff too. Let's talk to Kuno.
Kuno's got this.
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno.
Yells the other kid behind the fence. Let's see. Hey kid, a word. Police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
The children ignore you.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Let's see. stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do it.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good.
Oh.
Joyous, you should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Oh, and juicy what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Oh, well, we like drugs.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding it, see?
He wipes sweat from his brow and sends another rock flying.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Let's see. Alright. Hey, kid, wanna hang out? I'm not a narc.
Fuck no. Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
Fast. This kid has got street smarts.
Let's see. Hey, Kim, what should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
So, are you children siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He throws another rock.
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Let's see. It's a, Kuno, I threw up and can't investigate the body now. Let's see. Kuno, I found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I phase shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno! He's trying to fuck at you again!
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit.
He says to himself, then turns to you.
How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
Let's see. What was with that pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Cool pig head. I liked it. I got one too. This one, it's shit.
What?
Thanks, Kim.
What is this shit? Fucking on yourself. This is weird level shit. Kuno doesn't go there.
Fuck your shit back to normal! What is this?
Anyways, I found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
All right. Let's see. Is that my coat up there? I'm pretty sure it's mine.
Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that.
Thanks, kid.
Whatever, piggy.
Could I get into the harbor from the roof?
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the docky boys his gimps? Just gotta fly, pig.
LOL, you're being too weird for even Kuno. Yeah, I guess we were. I tried that. It didn't go so well.
Kuno knows. Kuno and C saw you shit yourself. It's okay, pig. Not everyone can face the fear Kuno style.
That's all there is to it then. Don't be a pansy. Just jump.
All right, I've heard enough of this.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
All right, the body, what do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. questions like a cop.
Like a cop. All right. Let's ask some quick cop questions here. Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
He could have just said he doesn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking okay. Gotta have a gimp for rock practice.
Don't ask the pigs for permission, Kuno. Don't ask the pigs for shit.
Do you know how it got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happen?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Oh, okay. Where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking
He looks around trying to come up with something.
Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Oh, I'm playing Cyberpunk on my own also. Where is Night City? How do we get there?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
All right, more on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
All right, All right, about the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard?
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
Let's see. The ladder. Ever climb it?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So you wouldn't say that the ladder is unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
All right, we're getting somewhere.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
I was wondering about that trash container over there.
Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig.
Someone might have stashed something in there. Maybe there's even a lead.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Why the fuck are you telling this shit to Kuno?
Well, we've already been in there, but what's in the greenhouse over there?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Oh, wait, no, I guess the greenhouse was separate from that little shack we were in, actually. My bad. Hold on, the gardener used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
Let's see. You mean the young woman by Whirling in Rags, that gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Let's see. He looks you in the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself.
Yeah, her.
All right, I might have some questions later. For now, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
All right, all right, I gotta ask, who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
The boy points to his chest with both thumbs.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Let's see. Kuno, is that some kind of gang name?
Yeah, Kuno's in a fucking gang. In a bang gang. Kuno bangs for Maggie, bangs for Mazda, bangs for Revachol.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you.
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent, like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
All right. I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Oh, okay.
Bang! Got fucked by the Kuno. We alright? You wanna get fucked again? Come back.
All right. Perhaps we should head to the store, see if we can buy some more stuff for our morale. Should probably just save it here. We're pretty low on our morale stuff. Let's see. Rue de Saint Ghislaine AB. Okay.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
All right. Main hall, building A.
An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
That's pretty much what happened to me when I talked to Kuno too. Yeah, same. Although I think I did some other options and lost respect with Kuno, so I had to do some extra stuff to get his respect back or whatever. We did have the option about us throwing up, which I didn't have in my first playthrough. I don't remember throwing up on the first playthrough, but I figured that we'd probably also maybe lose some respect with him.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
Let's see. This is the police. Please open the door.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were...
There's a spot of static that overrides her words.
But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore, so I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
Oh.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
All right, let's check Andro Orlando Hare, SCA.
You ring the doorbell, but no one answers. Just seeing the words Andro Orlando gets your hackles up. Its very existence is a threat to your masculinity.
Oh no.
To say nothing of your hair.
Oh no, not our masculinity. All right, let's check Artemiteps boxing for young athletes and gym.
All you hear is static, but no one answers the call.
All right, what about 24-hour window?
You ring the doorbell, but nothing happens.
All right, Emma's fashion atelier.
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call box is silence. No one answers the call.
How about Fabron's taxi?
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter.
Oh, damn.
The doorbell doesn't work anymore.
All right, what about Slipstream SCA?
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but isn't saying anything.
Hello?
You can almost hear them breathe.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
This is a woman's voice, crackling and fragile through the static.
Have you come to place an order?
Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
Let's see. Let's just see where it goes. Yes, I've come to place an order.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice here.
It's a woman, and she knows you. Your heart beats faster. She must be mistaking you for someone else.
Let's see. Yeah, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life. Yeah, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life.
Michelle, just please.
She stops, and you can hear her breathe heavily, her breath distorted by ancient static.
Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows through your clothes and you feel detached from your surroundings. Inside the building, a cold memory hangs.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Of course I care. It's just that I've been going through some tough time.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry. The cold is deep under your skin, as if you were talking to someone who's 100 years away. Somewhere inside the building, water is flooding the cellar floor.
Oh God, please don't cry.
She doesn't answer.
You said it was nice. What's so nice about forgetting?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
Oh, fuck. Hang up the call. What just happened?
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
Alright, we'll just say fuck and hang up the call.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Alright, looks like we have, perhaps, if we happen to raise volition later on, we can call back. Let's check Fortress Accident, SCA.
Silence. No one's home at Fortress Accident.
How about Revachol Ice City?
Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
Main Hall, Building B, Whirling in Rags.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
Oh, why not? That was pretty weird. Were we talking to a ghost? I remember that happening in my first playthrough. I don't know what's up with that. I don't remember if we ever found out, or maybe we find out if we come back and are able to, I guess, probably recall them. But yeah, that I'm not sure. It's very weird and kind of creepy. I do like that. Even not knowing what was up with it, it's just really bizarre. Kind of just puts you off a little bit. Let's East Delta Pinball, entrance from Building B.
Silence. No one answers your call.
All right, and what's this empty card?
This button looks new, but someone has removed the name card. Nothing happens when you try to ring it.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
He takes a step back, inspecting the other names on the list. All right, that's everything we can do for now. Well, I mean, I suppose we can try. It's not a red check, so we can redo it in the future, but let's try calling Slipstream SCA back. 17% chance.
No.
No.
Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
All right, let's go find something else to do. Let me do that. Okay. I am going to take a quick bathroom break. So I will be back in like 30 seconds, very short. So just enjoy the ambiance of the music and the snowfall. It's very nice. As we take a little break from detecting for just a very, very short time. I will be right back. Okay, all right, we are back. Oh yeah, and I just realized, that the camera does kind of cover up our portraits, but I'm sure that's fine. I guess, just to show it off, we've got, our character right here. Currently unnamed, and our detective partner here, Kim Kitsuragi, right there. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's check what we have going on here. Okay, yeah, open trash container. Let's head down to Kim's automobile, though. There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. Oh, yeah, actually, let us head over to the Freet. Let's just run over there. We'll come back and talk to everybody else once we come back through here, of course, but we'll check this place out, see if we have enough for any of our moral damage kind of stuff. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips too. And we can pick up a bag to pick up bottles and get a little money.
The tear
also.
machine stands in the corner. A sign says 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
What is this machine?
Oh, that's the tear machine.
Yes, but what is it?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money.
I see. And how do I pick up tear for the tear machine?
You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so...
She shrugs awkwardly. I guess we'll have to find a bag elsewhere.
Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there. Somewhere.
All right. A melancholy pop song plays on the radio.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
What's that?
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
She taps on the glass counter. The raincoats patiently await purchase.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult.
Oh, we can't steal. Darn it. Perhaps we could try stealing later. It would give us +1 endurance. Oh, yeah, 8%. Oh, we asked what it was. We shouldn't have done that. Darn it. Well, it is a red check, so we only have 1 chance. Maybe we'll save that for later.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Do you have any ammonia?
Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere.
Okay, $1 for ammonia, and all right, magnesium for morale. We'll buy.
Okay, here.
One of those.
Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
We'll buy some ammonia.
Okay, don't overdo it or something.
And we'll buy another bottle of magnesium.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Since we are pretty low, we only have the 2 slots there for our morale damage hit points. But let's take a look at some of the good stuff.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
I am in heaven. I need it all so bad.
Sure. If you want something, I can get it for you. Just let me know and pay and stuff.
She adjusts her hat.
But I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Oh, darn, we're down to 20 cents. So we need 290 to get our pack of smokes. We use it. We lose 1 health, but we get 1 in intellect. Let's see. For $3, we can get the potent pilsner. We'll lose 1 morale, but we get 1 in physique. $30 pale aged vodka. Same thing. 1 physique for -1 morale. And $5 Commodore red wine for the same deal. I guess we'll be back later for some cigarettes, though. All right. Let's head on. We'll be back through here to deal with all these at the same time. Let's just go back and handle the body situation, since that's what. But first, we'll take a detour to Kim's car over here. Get the pry bar, and then I guess we can talk to Gart, see if he has a key. But we'll get the tools, and we have some stuff to report to our police station also.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine, that toy from Oblivion.
All right, let's open the door.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
All right, let's pull out the
A
toolbox.
metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools.
A little bit.
But what can you do? Work is work.
All right, let's take the red-tipped pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more.
Oh, we do.
Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
We'll take the rubber-handled chain cutters.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts.
Oh. We'll also take the hand-cranked flashlight.
It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue.
All right.
Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss.
All right, push in the pull-out toolbox.
Pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
All right, let's run our fingers over one of the steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch.
Yeah, it
and
does.
The metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation: we're not going anywhere right now.
Fine.
Alternative translation: don't even think you can drive my MC.
Well, maybe later, Kim. Maybe later. All right, Kim, what are we looking at? What is this machine?
This is the Kupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Can we turn it on and drive somewhere?
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember?
Fine. Do all policemen in the RCM have such cool motor carriages?
The Kupris Motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
But this is different. This is a sports model.
I might be wrong, but this one is a sports model, right?
You're right.
Yeah.
I didn't take you for a motorcar enthusiast.
Oh, we are
You
apparently.
also like Tip Top, detective?
Like, I'm pretty sure I like neither motor cars or any tip tops. What's tip top?
An interrissolory racing series. You should definitely give it a go if you like motor carriages. It has fantastic competition.
All right. Well, this must be what woke me up when you arrived in Martinez. The infernal noise.
Yes, sorry about that. The Kupris Kinema does have a rather distinctive engine sound.
He says it with very badly concealed pride.
All right, let's look
In
around.
the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook.
All right,
Pull-out
let's just
toolbox,
pick
and
up the
a
radio.
soft glow. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline
All right,
eye.
this should
And
be
then
fun.
You hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
All right. Maybe I should do this. Get a little kind of radio-ish voice going. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy?
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Let's see. You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
Let's see. She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
Hi, this is me here. I work at your station.
10-4. What's your status? Over.
My status?
10-18, 10-20. Over.
Can you repeat that, please?
10-18, 10-20. Over.
Please, just talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing to me.
State your message, sir. Over.
I need to report my badge missing.
But you said... never mind.
10-9, repeat message. Over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 1022 the captain. Over.
1022, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Hey,
this
who
is
is
Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over.
No, the other one.
You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Dietmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
The man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
Oh, come on.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
He says, fighting off laughter.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Ha ha. Officer's lost his badge. Ha ha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Dietmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, operator. Tell them to stop. This is serious.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Dietmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over.
Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge. He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you all please just stop saying lost his badge for a moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
The room at the other end of the line erupts in volcanic laughter.
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
You can hear laughter in the background.
Alright, enough with this now. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you.
New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
The room roars with laughter.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
I don't have my gun?
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Alright, convince them that you didn't lose your gun. We have a 28% chance. Red check. Let's try it.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
No, of course I didn't lose my fun. Gun! Fuck it, I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one in the world.
Okay, let's see here. We can ask him what he's packing. Alright, let's whisper over to Kim. Hey Kim, what are you packing?
It's a single-shot Kiel A9. An Armistice, to be precise.
It's a single-shot Armistice Keel A9. Over.
Says it's a Kiel 9mm Armistice.
Armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers anymore.
Dear God, he lost his gun. Oh my, I can't.
The man succumbs to laughter again.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of cocoa noodle by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he still got his wiener.
Hey now. Hey now.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
Yeah, I left it at his mama's after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over.
Hey, if you don't like the fallout, maybe don't fuck with the Firewalker.
Like, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place.
Who?
The disbelief in Vicmer's voice is overwhelming.
Satellite Officer V.
Firewalker.
I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Let's see. This whole part is just excruciating, even seeing it the second time. Yeah, it is. It's pretty great. I love this game so much. It can get so ridiculous.
Satellite Officer V.
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good without my guns. Thanks.
I'm going to report that you are in pursuit of your service weapon. Over.
In pursuit of his.
The man is fighting back tears.
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
I am in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
It is paramount to the investigation that you grant me more money.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
Nothing is working.
Okay, I heard you. No funds.
Anything else, sir? Over.
This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think about?
You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Let's see here.
Hold on, are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
I wanted to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth?
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Please refer to me with my full name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Stop calling me sir and just use my real goddamn name, will you?
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Any news about my, family?
10. Excuse me, sir. Over.
I just thought you might have heard of them, that's all.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over.
Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM?
10-4, well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vikmar says...
I heard him.
So, was there anything else?
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Understood, sir. Over.
Alright, that's all for now.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Okay, let's pick up the radio again, and we'll call Sylvie. This probably won't be... it won't end up as fun as the call to the police station, I'm sure.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
I need you to connect me to a civilian, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Kim, did Gart give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Well, that one pretty well, all things considered. Yeah. Pretty well. I'm a little sad. I think we missed the part where we could come up with the fake name, Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Because I think by now I should have been using that like a few times as my fake name. Don't know how we missed that.
Received. Hold on, officer.
All right, let's start slapping a marching rhythm on our thigh.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
All right, a female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here.
Hello, this is the police calling. I have some questions for you about your last days at work.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
Oh. I didn't know we were here looking for a date. Let's see. Well, we'll get some information first, and then I think we'll put the old the cherry on the sundae and see if we get a date out of this. I mean, we do have to listen to Electrochemistry because we are a superstar. But first...
You quit your job at the Whirling. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from whom?
You know whom.
Alright, I won't push you on this. Are you ever coming back to work?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, go on.
Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
My badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere?
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Okay, listen here, Composure. I'm not taking your shit. I am a superstar. Well, Kim doesn't have a uniform, and he seems real to me.
He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is.
Hey, Sylvie? Have you seen my policeman uniform?
Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
Damn right we did.
Hey, have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
She sounds beyond exacerbated.
I showed you my gun? When did that happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
She stops hesitantly, not sure if she should continue.
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
And what? What did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed, "I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation."
Well, I guess that's one way to deal with a murder investigation. Jeez. Oh, where is my mouse here? Oh, all right, there we are. Let's see. All right.
Okay, I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
Alright, yes, but what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
Alrighty, let's, I think, she's warmed up to us. And we are quite the superstar.
Hey, do you want to go grab a cup of coffee with me sometime?
Oh boy.
No, absolutely not.
Took a hit to the morale there.
That came so fast, you can't but wonder what else she would be good at.
Yes. What would she be good at?
Baseball, ring-a-bell quiz shows, catching keys in the air, petting an angry cat.
Alright, I think I got everything I need. Thanks.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Okay, well, we have an empathy check. 42% chance, and this will be our last chance to do it, so we'll give it a try. We got a +1 for quick to tell you off, and we took a -1 hit to our chances because we asked her out. All right, wait, why does she seem angry with you?
Yes.
Oh, we passed
you have
it.
obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit.
What skua thing?
The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there.
Okay. Boy, the options here are just so great, so great. Bitch bird got what was coming to her. Well, I mean, we are a superstar, but I think we're a superstar that also loves birds.
This doesn't sound anything like me. I love birds.
Yes, well...
The static on the radio suggests Sylvie doesn't have a comment.
So you're telling me that I was the one who made you want to quit?
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you...
She pauses.
Go on, I want to know what I did.
Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now.
Hold on, which song?
We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody.
Right, was that all?
Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there.
Okay, so I could have picked that option where we say sorry, but I am trying to avoid the sorry cop kind of thing, so once again, I am kind of trying to roleplay a character here, even though I don't want to.
I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know.
She's totally into us. Oh yeah.
And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in Jamrock. Something about disco, too.
Oh, sounds intense.
And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself.
Wait, police documents?
The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet.
Hold on, what happened to them?
Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
Resentment gives way to concern in her voice.
She's worried she might have accidentally done something bad. Then she remembers it's you.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
Okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
you know, a good person would be apologizing, but once again, we're trying to avoid sorry cop. Oh, all right. Let me take a drink of my Gatorade here. Yes, I am not role playing that hard. I'm not drinking any booze. No booze, no cigarettes, no drugs. Even if my character will be doing that, but yeah, we got to be the superstar party guy. So, oh boy, I've never picked this option before.
Girl, just loosen up a little. Don't you ever party?
God, I know I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened.
Oh, what else did I sing besides the OO? I'm looking for a song.
Oh, all sorts of things. From disco, rock too. So much disco and rock.
Was I singing The Smallest Church in St. Sands?
Yes, that's the one you like to sing along to the most. The later it got, the more that one came on.
Interesting. You still have to find a copy, though, before you can blast it.
Right. Well, thank you for talking with me. Take care.
You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then, the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Oh, I need a little liquid courage to choose these terrible options. I know, right? I'm not playing Superstar Cop Disco Elysium correctly, I guess. I don't think I've ever done this option before. Let's ignore Alice and press the button labeled save.
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Fellatio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
Kim? What are you listening to?
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Wait, is that what Kim listens to? I guess so. Let's see what he has to say about that.
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or
Oh.
maybe it picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right?
We can't pick sorry about it because we are not a sorry cop. Speed Freaks FM, huh?
Oh, is that what it was called?
He's trying hard to act surprised.
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Let's see. Let's pick up the radio again.
Souped up motor carriage for one bad mama's boy, for the heavier foot and the freaky arm.
Wow, I have never gotten this before. This is something I never knew about Kim.
God damn it.
The lieutenant moves quick as a viper as he switches off the radio and sets it on prime line. Then he turns to you.
Look, it helps me to stay alert on long nights, okay? It's a method. I'm not some kind of speed freak or...
He shakes his head furiously, staring at his feet. What about heavy of foot?
You would be too if you had this motor carriage.
He snaps half seriously.
But seriously, let's quit joking around, alright? We have a case to investigate.
He turns back to the cabin.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect it to someone?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57's over and out.
Her voice disappears into the void.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
All right, let's close the door.
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Oh, cool.
So cool.
Yeah, it is. Where's it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do.
Hell yeah.
They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
Yeah, we do. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this should be when, now we should be getting the superstar cop thing. Okay. Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Baye, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights.
Action.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
It's on. Nice, we're going full superstar now, huh? Oh yeah, we are. Let's oh, okay, there we are. I keep kind of losing my mouse when it snows. All right. Let's see. Some kind of superstar. Temporary research bonus, -2 logic. Still seems unlikely. Research time, 1 hour and 10 minutes. Problem. First, let's make this absolutely clear. No one is saying you're an actual superstar, and the groupies and cocaine, riddled with hepatitis C, strikes a lion-esque pose with a mic kind of way. You're not Guillaume Le Million or Davy Dewis. No. You're a metaphorical superstar. You bring that rock and roll authenticity and passion to a line of work where people don't expect or want to see it. Where, some would say, it doesn't belong. Law enforcement. Let's internalize that. And what's this other one? Lonesome Long Way Home, temporary research bonus, +1 encyclopedia. Factual memory returns. Problem. Let's rewind. Let's trace your drunken steps back home, jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here, fall over, get up, get off the asphalt in 20 minutes, shuffle your feet through courtyards, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor tract, the 881, until you reach the Le Domaine Eminent in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen this time of year, caked with ice. Walk down Main to Perdition. There's a little side alley there, and your footprints in the mud. Long way home. We don't have anything else open to us, so I guess we can internalize that and see what happens. Factual memory returns, so I guess we'd probably get some kind of memory back, maybe. All right, we'll work on those, but hour and something minutes, we'll start to become a superstar. All right. And all right. Cool. All right, we can level some stuff up. Let me bring this up actually. And okay, so we have electrochemistry up to 6. Let's check the others. Suggestion is 1. That's the puppet master. Savoir-faire is 2. Sneak under their noses, stun with immense panache, and reaction speed. Reaction speed is doing all right at 4. Maybe we should start raising We don't have a lot we can raise in suggestions, so I might actually do that one. Although, yeah, we can put more points into those kind of things too. We'll see if we can do a little charm. I think a superstar should have a little bit of charm. So we'll level suggestion up 1. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna do a little bit more this evening before we stop. I think we'll do. We'll check in with Gart, see if he happens to have a key for the that trash container, and then we'll unlock that, and then we'll see about getting the body down, at the very least.
Can I help you?
Is that trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you, Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The Whirling in Rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Okay, so something else that I've been thinking about we'll do just for fun is we are going full communist, I think. We might try that. So a commie superstar badass cop who can hopefully threaten and charm and steal things, and does a lot of drugs and alcohol and cigarettes. Maybe I am Krasmazov.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container?
Okay, that's the Karl Marx equivalent in this world, huh? Yeah. No, wait. What if I am Krasmazov?
We should return to the case of your mistaken identity at a later time, officer. This was about the trash container.
All right, Gart, we need those keys.
What for, Mazov? Are you planning to nationalize my trash container?
Why, yes, we are.
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Oh, all right, we got the keys. All right. We won't have to use the pry bar then. Although, let's see. Lieutenant's handkerchief. Oh yeah, tools. So the pry bar, equip these. All right. Well, we should probably hold on to the pry bar anyways. Can I not? Oh, I just double click on it. All right. Well, hold on to the pry bar because it kind of looks badass. We're a superstar cop running around with a crowbar. All right, let's head back up. Open up the trash container.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Okay, well, we do have the key, but this would be pretty badass. We only have a 17% chance, but force time, jam the tool under the lid and pull.
Force time isn't happening.
Oh.
You've jammed the pry bar under the lid, but it just isn't bending. What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists. This calls for a potent curse to help break its resistance. Utter the power words.
The fuck kind of metal is this? This is fucking shit.
The quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's sturdy enough.
We're gonna kick the container.
Unsatisfying. Hurtful. You hear a ringing sound, but not quite hollow. The can seems to be full. Full of itself. Content. Happy you failed. This snickering trash container is having a grand old time.
All right, let's hang from the pry bar with all our weight.
There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron, huffing and puffing. Clearly the technique is wrong, but nothing else comes to mind.
All right, that's it. We can't pry it
The
open.
strange thing is, we don't have to. We have the key, remember?
We do.
The manager gave you the key.
All right, let's use the key like a loser.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
We're gonna open the lid. Sorry, inland.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
All right, let's look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this.
You used to what? Dumpster diving?
No, searching for evidence in the trash.
Oh. All right, let's dive further.
A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
All right, let's pick at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Ooh, let's grab them.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer.
The lieutenant produces a black plastic bag marked evidence from his pocket. We'll bag the trousers. We got some evidence. Man, this investigation is just moving right along.
Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but...
He looks into the container.
The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
We'll reach for it. I do like the nope. Nope.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Nice, we found some garbage jeans, like real police guys. And we're not done with finding garbage clothes. I know there's one later on. that's just like really dirty and gross that we're all excited about taking, and Kim's just like, what the fuck are you doing? All right, let's bag the shirt.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Let's see, thrown out towel, a mug, that's all.
All right, we should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah, you're right, Kim. We do need to ask the kids who put them there.
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
Kim, you think someone from the whirling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
All right, let's search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey.
I mean, I guess that could probably also describe like the sewers in Resident Evil 2 that you get to wade around in for a while.
What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something.
Let's pick it out.
Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there.
A miserable-looking slip of paper sticks to the board.
If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
Man, it must have been cramping my style.
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all our sakes.
Easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
How could this pathetic cabbage of copy paper and plastic ever become très disco?
I don't know, man. Sounds like an order. I don't take those.
I see, yes. You are what we call a badass.
Yes, we are.
You?
Mm-hmm. He makes little quotation marks around the words, indicating he is unsure of its actual badassery.
Tell me, does your badass see more in there, or are we done here?
The lieutenant peers into the trash.
Oh, yes, and it would also be appropriate to start taking notes on the case. It's what cops do.
Oh, man. The mug, I'm getting that mug too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
All right, we'll take the mug.
Mm-hmm.
The lieutenant briefly glances at the mug, then returns his sight to the trash. All right, let's close the lid.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Okay. All right, let's head on over here. I'll do a quick save, and we'll see if we can at least get the body down.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
We got the ammonia, but yeah, our endurance is so low. 17% to pass the check. Well, we'll try it.
The ammonia only makes it worse.
Nope.
The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
All right, we'll spit and say nothing.
Are you okay, officer?
You feel the lieutenant pat you on the back, heavy rhythmic pats.
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
Why can't I keep it in? I've been a cop my whole life.
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, baguette.
He pats your back again.
Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
Well, you seem to be fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
There's a pause.
Not being hungover helps too.
Let's see. Do it without me? I just can't keep it down?
No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help.
He withdraws his hands and looks you in the eye.
You need to get your shit together.
But my shit already is together.
No, it's not, officer.
All right, okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
All right, let's turn away. Yeah, we'll probably need to maybe put a point into endurance later on. We can at least ask Gart about what we found in the trash container, though. That'll at least further the investigation slightly more. Wow, I didn't know being a cop involved so much barfing. Apparently. I mean, I guess I would probably... I could imagine probably doing the same thing if I just walked on to like a smelly dead person decomposing crime scene like that. That's got to be so awful. All right, we got some more questions.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Oh, I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Well, who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
Yeah, don't worry, it will.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond,
Ah, Shivers.
a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. 2 men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
I am a big fan of Shivers. I had that along with like Inland Empire is like probably my highest stats the first time I played through this. And you know, like Inland Empire is kind of like the David Lynch cop thing. You know, you get like a lot of the supernatural intuition, and Shivers is kind of like the intuition, but for like the world, the city. You get to I guess intuit like what's going on, what happened, and it gets so well written at times. It's ridiculous. It's so good.
Thank you anyway.
All right, thanks.
Yes.
Have we seen anything yet at the Whirling Gart?
What thing?
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
He tosses his head in disdain.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
He gives you a meaningful nod. How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Guard, I saw a sign that said I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go into the kitchen?
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
Maybe I am a cook.
You're not. You're a menace. Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the real cook is working.
Oh, it's almost 1
You
p.m.
can snoop around after that, if you must.
11 more minutes. 11 more minutes. There's something else?
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Oh, we will. All right, goodbye. Alrighty, let's take a look, see what we got. Thus far, with our quests, we still need to find some cigarettes and smoke them. Sing karaoke, inspect the victim's body, which is going to be a trial to get to on this playthrough, apparently. We got to find out who made the call reporting the crime. We got to pay for the damages to our room. We need to get a reality lowdown. I know who we can get that from. We need to track down our badge and gun, find out who put the clothes in the trash, read our ledger and name the case, and find out who is in the Union box. And as far as the ledger on all the cases, that is a fun thing that we can go through, hearing about kind of like these mini stories with the various cases that we were once involved with. Very good stuff in there. We will definitely go through all of those, but not during the day. This game has a thing where time does progress. However, it only progresses when you are in dialogue, when you're doing dialogue selections. So wandering around, the time never changes. If you're sitting in dialogue, not picking anything, the time doesn't change. But when you pick a selection in the dialogue, the time progresses. There's certain things that I guess happen, like you have to wait for certain times, and then, you know, when it gets to night, like people start leaving the streets, like they go to bed or whatever. And at 2 a.m. time stops, no matter what you do. There's not much else you can do aside from, you know, maybe picking up some terror around time or reading things. Reading things can be pretty involved and will take up a lot of time. So it's probably a good tactics to not read during the day if you can help it. So we'll go through the case files once we hit like 2 a.m. So we can spend a lot of time there going through a lot of reading material and not worry about the march of time. But yeah, we weren't able to get the body down yet, and so we'll probably move along through town. We'll head over to the Union, talk to all those people striking and whatnot, see what else is around town, see if we can get some, level up points and maybe put some into endurance, and then, work on getting the body down. But we'll save that for next time. I think this is probably a good place to stop because, continuing on, you want to get into it. We got a lot of people to talk to, new things to learn. And that's going to be, we're going to want a whole bunch of extra time for that. So I'm just going to save it right here. And yeah, we'll next stream, we'll continue on with more Disco Elysium and see what we can do. We got all kinds of stuff left to do, lots of investigating, lots of badassery and super cop stuff. We're gonna be great. We need to definitely find some booze, drugs, and cigarettes, and yeah, it'll be a good time. So yeah, that'll be it for today. Next stream will be Thursday. My regular schedule that I have: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern, give or take whatever minutes. And now with my kind of newish schedule, I'll be devoting Sunday nights and Thursday nights to Disco Elysium, and then Saturday night and Sunday night will be other games, and next up on those days is going to be Stray, the new cat game that came out. And then, kind of, because, RPGs are a little long and kind of want to break things up a bit. I think that's a good idea. Keep things a little fresh. And then, Stray is a short game, and then after that we'll have another one, and then once we beat Disco Elysium, I'm still thinking we'll keep like the 2 games a week kind of thing, because some games are still a little longer than others anyways. Might be a good idea. Let's see. Cool, that was fun. I'll try to catch the next session. Awesome. It's a good time. I'm just stoked seeing like a bunch of new things already, which is great. God, I love this game so much. But yeah, with that'll be it for tonight. Thanks everybody who popped in to check out the stream, and anybody watching it after the fact elsewhere. Yeah, and next stream will be Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, hope to see everybody then. Everybody out there, have a good night. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.